Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys for subscribing. Now, last weekend there was a bad boating accident at Lake Murray involving a couple college kids. My heart goes out to those guys, the families that are affected. We're just praying for a full recovery. Now, 20 years of tournament bass fishing, I think I can kind of give a little bit of advice on how to deal with fog, because it is inevitable. No matter what this time of year, whatever the situation may be, you may have fog roll in. So I kind of want to tell you how I handle my practices and how I handle the tournament if that ever does happen to you. So in practice, first things first, if you have fog before you put the boat in the water, just stay in your truck at the boat ramp. There's no reason to go out there. Nothing that you figure out in the fog is going to help you during the tournament. It's not worth it. You being safe is the most important thing. Don't go out there. The less boats on the water in the fog, everyone's safer. Now, that's not always the way it happens. Most of the time, you're going to get out there. You might be out there for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, and then the fog rolls in. You might be out in the middle of the lake when that happens. What do you do? Now, you want to get yourself out of any main highway that's on the lake. You want to get yourself out of the channel. You want to get to the bank. Go get in a pocket. Go get anywhere that's not where other boats can run. So get back in a slough, get off the main strip there, and get there safely and efficiently as you can. This is the time to use your horn. So if your boat doesn't have a horn, an air horn, a whistle, 5 short rapid blasts. If you see another boat and you don't think they see you, prolonged blasts anytime you think you're not being seen. Maybe you're coming around a corner, or maybe you're just in a spot where you're vulnerable. 1 prolonged blast. Use that horn, use that whistle. Get yourself to the bank. Now, the last thing, because I did hear about this in the recent current event that we're going through right now, is the suspender life jackets with the CO2. Now, I wore that life jacket for 10 years, and my opinion on it is if it just fails 1 out of a million times, it's not good. And I know you're thinking, why would it ever come down to that? But I'm just saying, if there's 1 time out of 10,000, 100,000 that it fails, it's not doing its job every time. So you got to get over using those jackets. Now, I see some of the new ones, they have a clear strip that you can tell if the cartridge is loaded or not, but it's still one of those things where there's too many places for it to fail. That's not what this is about. This is about saving your life, not being comfortable. I have the zip-up jacket, and I can throw that on, fire my boat up, put the boat in gear before my partner can even sit down. So it doesn't take a lot of time. Get you one of those zip-up jackets, the old school. You know it's going to work if you get ejected or you fall in. Those suspended life jackets, they're just not worth it. I know they're comfortable. I know you can fish in them. I know they look cool, but you just hear too many stories like this. You know, and if you do use that one, you got to check that cartridge, but I'm still against that. I think you need to have the old school life jacket where it's got foam in it and it'll keep your head above the water. I mean, that's the most important thing. Those suspenders, you just hear too many bad things about them. So that's my 2 cents on this, guys. This can be avoided. I promise you, this can be avoided. I've dealt with it so many times. Lake Seminole, Lake Chickamauga. I fish a lot of big tournaments in the fall, 250 boat tournaments in the fall and in the spring, in the early months of the year where you always are going to have fog. It can be avoided. I promise you that. We got to stay safe. No fish or 1 tournament win is worth somebody's life. So we got to get over this, guys. Tournament directors, hold your guys at the ramp. There's no reason to put somebody in danger to go catch a bass. Come on. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the water.